Hi everyone, this is Melissa from Melissa Made, and today I'm going to be making my Boo project for Creative Critters Imagination, Imaginations blog. And just so you know what a Boo project is, there are a lot of instructions on the Creative Critters Imaginations blog, but basically what it is, you make an anonymous treat for someone with the directions that tell you to boo someone else, in which you take your project that you made and they then pass it on to someone else, or make something new for someone else, I should say, along with boo instructions. And when you've been booed, you hang up something either in the door or your window to let people know that you've been booed. And so I'm going to be making two things. The first is the treat container, and the second thing is a card that says boo on it so that they can place that in the window or hang it on their door. And I'm going to be using All Wrapped Up. And I'm also going to be using Country Carnival. But I'm going to start with All Wrapped Up. And I did everything in the Imagine. And I also used Cricut Craft Room for the pattern here that you see for this box. But let's start with the box. So I used, on page 15, I used this little box here. And it's these two separate pieces, but it shows up as one thing, one image on Cricut Craft Room. So I brought them both up. I made this as big as I could, which ended up being like a 15.497 with the lid being off of the page. And then I also made one a bit smaller so that they would fit together, because they don't really give you that option. And then I also made this, which is the box topper. And the way I did this was I printed off this pattern from Country Carnival, which is a stripe, and it has a lot of orange in it, so I thought that would be pretty. And then I took Happy Hauntings, and I put a bunch of different frames on Happy Hauntings on the Imagine directly, and then hit autofill, and so I had a whole page filled with these cute little frames. And this is going to be my, the top of my box. And then I also cut some extra paper and just plain without the frames on it to make the card. So I'm going to go ahead and score this now. And all you have to do is score all the way at each seam of the box. And so that's pretty straightforward. And then I'll come back to you and show you what the box looks like once I get it adhered. Okay, I wanted to show you the box, so here it is. Making it just a little bit smaller was perfect because it fits really perfectly together now. So I hope you can see this. I'll just scoot back a little bit. It does have a blue trim, but I don't care about that because I'm gonna adhere. That's funny. It made that really small, which it wasn't supposed to. But I'm gonna go ahead and adhere a top to this, and maybe instead of using that, since that messed up, I'll just go ahead and put a flat piece on the top using this, and it'll cover the whole top. So I'll do a measurement and make a cut. Sometimes, I don't know why this happened, sometimes Cricut Craft Room does funny things. The ironic thing about this is I used the exact same layout as I did with this one, but it made that smaller. So sometimes you have to improvise when they're beta testing. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this down and put this on the top of my box. And probably leave that, maybe just make a tag or a bow for the top, and then I'm going to go ahead and make my card. Okay, I don't have my card quite laid out yet, but I have these pieces and I wanted to give you the size. I did it all in the Imagine. The frame is from Happy Hauntings, and it is a 5x5 frame. My card base is a 5x5, so 5x10 folded in half. This piece is, I think I made it a 4.75, so 4 3/4 is the striped pattern. The frame again is 5x5. The papered pattern is from Country Carnival. Then I made these little ghosts. This ghost, which is the small one I made, is set at a 3.0, so I start with the shadow on the Imagine, set it at a 3.0, and then added the layers, and they're all the appropriate size. And both of these patterns are again from Country Carnival. The Boo, oh yeah, and also the ghost, its shape itself is actually from Simply Charmed. The Boo is also from Simply Charmed, and I used the Country Carnival pattern again. And the Boo shadow is set at a 2.5, so then this follows that. And then I also cut out one larger ghost, and he is a 3.5 shadow, and then the rest follow on the Imagine. And then also I adhered my striped paper to the top of my box, and I'm going to put this ribbon around it and fray the edges so it makes it real curly. And then the big ghost is going to be used as a tag, so I'll probably write "You've been booed" or something like that, either on the front or the back of the paper.